All right, y'all. I have a updated strategy video here. I've changed a few things for 2023. They've been in the works for about a month, and I've been able to back test and try all this stuff live. It works great. So we're going to go through a couple of things, a couple of indicators, the strategy itself, which is an opening range strategy. It starts off with that and then has a couple of particular entries. That's my same old Hank method. If you follow me on Twitter or YouTube, the Hank method has been something I've posted a whole bunch, but it works really well. So indicators here. The main one that I'm using is this custom indicator made by Great Blue Trading Team. They made this for me, which was beautiful, and also they did it so quickly, so it was blew my mind that it was possible. But it's a VWAP and an EMA crossed over with a cloud between them, a colored cloud. So it's gonna look like a Ripster cloud or like a Sadie pivot ribbon. It'll just be a colored cloud to give us an indicator. And I like this better than just a straight EMA cloud because VWAP is so strong and so good for direction for the day. You know, if you're trading above it, and especially if you're above that and the cloud itself, take calls, and below, take puts. So I'm just using that and a regular stochastic RSI. It's this one right here in TradingView. And I do change the settings a little bit to 4, 4, 14, 14, and HLCC4. But it doesn't matter. You can just pull up the standard setting and it's just fine. So what we got here, we have our oscillator here at the bottom, and then we have our cloud here at the top. And you'll notice where we are in our day. I have extended hours on, and we are 6 candles in. We are at the 30-minute mark for the day. So what we're going to do is mark off our opening range, the high and the low. So on Mac, you can hit Option H, and on PC, I want to say it's Alt H, but so mark those off. If we are trading in this range here, that means we are on a range-bound day, a choppy, non-trending day. So you can sit those out, or you can play both directions of my Hank strategy if you want, but that's completely up to you. So what we're doing here, we're 30 minutes in. We are looking for a setup, and what that setup is, it's 4 different things here that we're looking for. We're looking for a trend line break, a stochastic cross over 20 or under 80 if it's puts, but you know, we're about to be looking for calls here. And we need a supplier demand zone, and then a pullback to enter on. And you can do that pullback on the premium chart for your option if you want. But these are the 4 things we're looking for. And as of right here, I'm going to go ahead and draw my trend line. So you can see if we're having, you know, if we're going down today, it's going to be going down right there. And I'm going to just go ahead and hit play on our replay mode here and show you my entry. So check this out. So right here on this candle, we got all of those things. I'll go ahead and draw a little arrow on it like I like to do. And this is where I took my entry. You can see my stochastic is crossing the 20 right here. And we have a trend line break and a pullback. So so on this candle itself, busted up here, pulled back, enter, right? And let me go ahead and hit play. We can see how this plays out. Cool. And let me delete this. And I'm gonna just go ahead and hit play and let the rest of the day play out, because we're gonna take a second one of these in a minute. So what are we waiting for as the day goes on? We're waiting for a slight little downtrend, and we're waiting for this oscillator to be at the bottom and crossing up. So right about here, we start to see that starting to set up. So let's go ahead and just start drawing our trend line. Downward trend line, because we need that to break, and we need this to come up here to take our entry. All right, so let's hit play, and let's watch. Watch. We got our break. We got our pullback. And we're off to the races. Got some volume coming in. Oh, look at that cloud. Boom. All right, so as you know, I play ODT options, so this was a absolutely massive move. I actually hit my daily goal on this one, so I didn't even play the second one, but you can see we got all of our things, all of those things. We got our stochastic crossing up. We have a downward trend line break to the upside. Our cloud is green. You do not want to short this cloud. Don't be playing puts today. Not a good idea. And that is basically the strategy. It's really simple. On a trending day, we will break this orb 30. You see this yellow line I drew? If on a downtrending day, we'll be going down. Let's take a look at another day. This is a range bound day here. I can go ahead and just drag these so you can see it. Assuming they'll drag. There we go. Cool. So you see our first 30-minute opening range. Where are we? Inside the box. Chop day. If you're a trend trader, don't trade today. Let's go back a day here. As you can see, you can probably guess the same deal. We got our opening range. Go ahead and mark that. There's the low, there's the high, and you can see we did break out and get a nice little break there. For this day, my setup would have actually been, draw the trend line. So would have been right here. Broke it, stochastic cross to the upside, and we're rolling. You could have waited until this candle if you wanted to let the cloud flip, but yeah, taking calls there. Really good system. If you want to learn supply and demand, there's a video on YouTube by Lunar Aces. It's a two-parter. Just type Lunar Aces supply and demand, and it's phenomenal. It's just unbelievable. And as you can see, we had another trend day here. Move these lines to where the orb was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles in. That gives us 30 minutes. We got the red cloud. We're looking for puts. Trend line break. Stochastic crossing down under 80. This was a massive move here. And then we got another one right here. Same thing, same setup. For the upside, you want to draw your trend lines on the bottoms. Wait for it to cross. I actually took this trade right here. We've got our stochastic crossing down, trend line break. We have our supply demand zone here. Boom. Works about 80 to 90% of the time for this setup, and I really like it for zeros. It's not going to give you super massive moves all the time for trend plays, but it's very reliable for taking a solid like dollar move or so on SPY, which if you play ODTEs is usually good for 100% or more. My average this week was 136% on my trades. 80% win rate here. I had one loss out of 5 trades, which was only because I entered a little too early and stopped out. So pretty good stuff. All you need is this indicator, and if you're on Webull or other platform, all you need is just VWAP and a 9 EMA, and you can just imagine what color the cloud will be. It's pretty easy. But I like seeing a big green cloud because it tells me, dummy, don't short the green cloud. Don't buy calls in a giant red cloud. It just keeps a lot of those mistakes at bay. So thanks, and enjoy. If you use the system, have fun.